Now then, people, I am live. Joe Wainman is back. Monday Night Football's back with the one and only. How is everyone doing? The coat's back out. I've got my new hat on as well from the terrace store. The Thistle Hotel's beauty. That's a thing of beauty, that. It is a bit big, I won't lie, and I've got a bit of a massive head. So for them people who've got small heads that have had these delivered, they'll be struggling, man. They'll be struggling. How is everybody doing then? I hope you're all doing well. I know I am. Sorry that my post-match didn't come out. One too many sherbets again. It's getting a bit of a regular occurrence. When Wainman has a drink, he doesn't put a post-match out, so I'll be knocking that on the head. Priorities and that, priorities. A lot of people saying hello. Evening, Joe, good to see you back from Stephen Darcy. The Ginger Smoggy says return of the Mac. He's back. Claudia says, Joe, you were sober, don't lie. He knows that wasn't true. But yeah, back, as you're right, man. It is a poor work ethic. And I just want to first of all say thank you so much to Oscar, who's been taking care of the Monday Night Football while I've been away. And just thank you to Conor. Just thank you to the whole team. Obviously, things still go ahead. The boys do a fantastic job. So there it is. Where did I get the hat, Derek? This is from the Terrace store. It's a take on the old Yerboa Thistle Hotels. And it was, what was it now? 12 quid, I think it was. 12 quid. Definitely worth a look. Let's have a look. Its squad says every Leeds team are winning their leagues. Yes, man, we are. Ginger Smoggy says 1 or 2 drinks and he's buckled. You're right, mate. It doesn't take me much. And also Claudio, says 10% off. These are usually called All Leeds TV. And they can hook you up. The good lads at the Terrace store. We'll be meeting up with them actually very shortly. I believe they're coming to the Millwall game. As you probably... People who watch this also listen to Talking Shut and stuff, and I know they've set up a sponsorship deal with them, so maybe they're coming to the game to see them lads. But they said they would definitely come see us. So yeah, Stephen Darcy, Oscar came off the bench and did well. Yes, he did, man. He never lets me down, Oscar. He's a top bloke. Barker said Joe should get dropped and Oscar coming full time. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, Morex says, Joe, Norwich and Sheffield United will believe we will beat QPR. Casual Clobber says, when he's Clark back, Joe? I think he's got a regime, mate. I believe he's out on the grass now, but I think it'll be a few more weeks before we see Clark. I think in terms of a footballing sense, ever since what happened to Fabrice Mwamba, if you remember, at Bolton, there's definite people, they get treated with kiddie gloves now, and rightly so, because, you know, it was a bit out of the ordinary, wasn't it, what happened to him. Andy says, good to see you back, Joe. Love the channel. Let's do this time for Leeds United to get back to the Premier League. 100%. Yeah, and I'm going to touch on what's left. Obviously, we've got 13 games to go now. And I've actually done a bit of homework and I've put down the games. I've had a chat in the group chat with the boys and just to get an idea of what we all think. Listen, I have said for a while now that it's our time. I am so nervous at the minute though. I'm not going to lie to you. We have a favourable running in comparison to some of the other boys, but even when you look at it, you're still nervous. Listen, I want to touch on Bolton briefly. What the fuck's Claudio there? 79p. What's all that about? Yeah, Barkers, what do you think of the Bolton game? We're nowhere near lethal enough for me. Yeah, listen, it wasn't the best performance in the world, but we won and we got 3 points. It is what it is. When Paddy Bamford scores that penalty, I turn round to Claudio and Sean, the lads who are near me. We're going to romp this game now. We score first, especially against a poor Bolton side. We're going to romp it. And they got one back, and it's just nervous. And I think Phil Parkinson touched on it. It's nervous, but we as a fans are nervous as well. I'm bricking it ahead of tomorrow. I'm absolutely shitting it. I'm not going to lie to you. Every game now, yeah, like the squad says as well, he's bricking it. We are all bricking it, right? Ed, evening, pal. Barker says Claudio is a baller, 79p, steady on. That'll be his pocket money from his mum, you see. 79p, he'll be getting no sweets at school tomorrow now. He's spent it on Super Chat. Yeah, boy. But there you go. Andrew Saxon says QPR are out of form. Out of form. Don't be worried about QPR. Yes, listen, they've lost the last 7 in the league. So you know there is a point there. But that's never a good omen for Leeds United. Let's be honest. Look at Bolton, for example. You know, I was one of them, and you know I am. I thought we would steamroll them. That's just me. That's how I am. But even before the Bolton game, I did say this game worries me. This QPR game does worry me. Leather Sandals gets it bang on and says, trouble is we're everybody's cup final. Teams seem to perform against us more than they would against Norwich, etc. I agree with you, mate. I'm not going to lie. Jack Gorthorpe says, hiya Joe, always absolutely buzzing for Monday night football. Connor's right, and he does say teams always get up for Leeds. And there's a lot to be said about that. You know, and what worries me, yes, the performance wasn't great against Bolton. Yes, we get 3 points. Listen, if we go in front, we win games. It's happened 15 times now. What worries me is the form of Norwich and Sheffield United. They seem to be flying. And I am worried because even this weekend, it was such a big... I put out a tweet. It got quite a lot of traction from the All Leeds TV faithful. Perfect weekend for me would have been Norwich to get beat and Sheffield United and West Brom to draw. And they both won. Do you know what I mean? So the pressure is massively on tomorrow. And on to QPR, you know, we've got the same 11, which I'm okay with. Berardi and Douglas are going to be both back and in the squad, which is good. You know, it's good to have them bodies on the bench and available. And like I've touched on previously, it's just come through on Twitter, job done. LUFC under 23s win 3-1 and are through to the next round of the Premier League Cup after topping Group H. So well done to the boys and all them lads that have played there. But as I say, QPR, they've lost the last 7 in the league. But as I've touched on previously, that's not a good omen for Leeds. Like Conor said previously in the chat, everyone turns up for Leeds United, and QPR will want to do the same tomorrow night. You know, the last time they won in the league was December. They won 3-0 against Ipswich, and we all know Ipswich are pretty poor. But I am worried about the fixture. I am really worried. But I'm nervous going into every game now. I know everyone's the same. Look, we will score. We will score. 100%. We've scored in every away game. We continue to do so. Take the fucking Borough game, for example. You know, that was a tough game, but we scored. And the time in which we scored. You know, it's all positivity, yeah? It's all, you know what I say. It's written. All these things keep happening. You know, we've scored in every away game, and I believe we will continue to do so. If we score first, we win the game. We win the game, okay? History's told us that this season. 15 games in front, 15 wins. If they score first, this is where... If they score first, I think we'll struggle. I'm going to say 2-1, but truth be told, I'm absolutely shitting it. I'm not going to lie to you. Just something about this game. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. But even before the Bolton game, there was something about this game. Look, in the FA Cup when we got beat, there was a lot of changes. But QPR made changes as well. Do you know what I mean? And Naki Wells loves to score against us. I think it's just key that we score first tomorrow. And as I've said to you, if we score first, we win the game. If they score first, I see Leeds winning 2-1 late on. If we score first, I don't know. We could run out 2-0 winners, something along them lines. But I am just honestly, I'm really nervous about the game. It's the most nervous I've been for a game for a long time, and I don't know why that is. I think a lot of it's to do with the fact we're getting really to the business end now. Everyone else is performing really well around us as well. You know, when we've had them bad runs earlier on in the season, how we managed to stay in the top 2 is crazy. You know, there has been some standout teams, but all in all, this year, if you compare it to last season, has the championship been as strong as previous seasons? My opinion, probably not. The fact that we went, what was it, 2 wins in 7, I think, and we still remained in the top 2. It says a lot about the standard. But I don't know. I am just genuinely really nervous. So Conor says, quality-wise, there is barely any difference. The big difference is Bielsa. So if QPR turn up, Leeds also have to be a minimum 8 out of 10 tomorrow. I don't know. I think we have got a decent side, in my opinion. We shall see. Let's have a look at what some of you guys said. As I say, I only wanted to touch briefly on Bolton and QPR. I want to delve more into the games that we have upcoming. Obviously, we've got 13 cup finals to go now. And there is, for me, periods of there where we can be comfortable, periods where, you know, we might struggle. And I'm going to go through that and get your thoughts as well. But I do just want to touch on some of the comments. Super LUFC, every time a team hasn't won in donkeys, who's the team that breaks those runs? It's always us. Exactly, and I said that to you earlier. It's never a good omen. Never a good omen. They have lost 7 on the bounce. Something tells me that might change tomorrow. There is something, I'm not going to lie. The Patriot says we are going up, get behind the lads and give 100%. 100%, I'm never not behind them. I'm just really, really worried about tomorrow. Let's have a look. QPR will turn up for 1 game and then lose another 7 on the spin. Look at Stoke. Yeah, look at Stoke. Massive, right? I remember, I went to that Stoke game. Honestly, it was absolutely minging. And I remember the following week, they played, I think it was Preston, and I was that impressed with how Stoke had shut us out. And that back 3, you know, the 3 centre-backs, that I backed Stoke to win 1-0 the next game. Because I just thought, them 3 centre-backs were absolutely class against us. We had no answer. And I thought, oh, do you know what? They have good foundations. I can't see them conceding many now under Nathan Jones. What's happened? They've not fucking won a game since. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they might have won this weekend, but prior to that, I don't know. You guys let me know, you know. But he's right. Niall McPhillips has a good point. You know what I mean? QPR will turn up tomorrow. Bolton turned up. Middlesbrough turned up. Listen, a lot of my mates said for that game, that were one of the best performances Borough had been all season at home. I think John Obi Mikel has a lot to do with that, and they've gone on to do well now moving forward. But it's the fact, and I know Conor alluded to it in his post-match as well, a lot of Bolton fans, and I watched a vlog that a lad said, Bolton played the best they'd played for a long time. But I suppose a good thing is that I've got friends telling me Borough, it was the best they played at home for a while and we came away with a point. You've got Bolton fans saying it was the best they played for majority of the season, and we still get 3 points. So that's a good thing, I guess. But there is a lot to be said about Leeds United. We're a big scalp. You know, where we are in the league, there is teams there that will want to turn us over. Everyone loves that chant, right? Leeds are falling apart again. We even love it. Do you know what I mean? Casual Clobber says, reckon Izzy will get a chance to play for QPR. I'm not sure, mate. I thought Izzy, once fit, would be in this side and raring to go. But I know Conor's touched on it in his post-match. He mentioned about the fact that Bielsa doesn't seem sold on him. And I think Phil Hay and Joe Urquhart have echoed that as well in the podcasts. There's something there that Bielsa's not keen on. And we as a fan, I've said for ages, people were saying send Izzy back. I would say no, I would rather have Izzy for a couple of games. But listen, if Ruth's injured, you would think an ideal replacement, get Izzy in now, right? And he's still not anywhere near. He's had opportunities to be coming off the bench as well. Do you know what I mean? And he's not been brought on, so something's not right there. Andrew Saxon says every team is tough this season, can't take every game. Yeah, do you know what? And that was one thing. Obviously, I didn't do my post-match, but I make notes throughout. And one thing that I will say, and I meant about myself, I was arrogant. Because when we went 1-0 up, I thought, this is a piece of piss now, and this scored, and I don't know, it's mad. You know, every team's difficult, right? So maybe, yeah, there's a bit of arrogance from me personally, I think. But to be fair, we should be blowing teams like that away. Let's be honest. Barker says, sitting on my hands tomorrow night, had to get in the away end. Yeah, Zero Fox says, other teams are on EFL bonus to beat Leeds. It would seem that way, wouldn't it? Rick Kerr says, if we go up, it's going to be a tougher season for us than Norwich because of the way teams want to beat us. Andy LUFC says, could do with Billy Sharp being injured. Yeah, I think a big thing as well. Like look at Gale, for example. You know, getting that ban, and then he's going to be back for the West Brom game at home, which worries me as well. That worries me as well. But we shall see. Stephen Darcy says, I agree, Joe. Chef and Norwich are my concern too. Yeah, they don't. To me, at the minute, I can't see them dropping points. I don't know what you guys think. Let's have a look. Dave LUFC says Tyler Roberts was class against Bolton. I thought he played well. Yeah, Gary Green says everyone seems to raise their game against us. You can't go off league positions, in my opinion. You're right. I don't think you can in this league at all. I suppose even the Premier League, apart from the elite, you know, like your Cities and Liverpools and stuff. But anybody can beat anybody in England, and I think that's why it makes it such a good watch at times. Do you know what I mean? If you compare it to other nations, you know, the Spanish league and all that sort of stuff, you know, it's very rare that teams that are doing really poor, you know, can beat the better teams in any division. But the Championship, especially the Championship, on any day, anybody, and you're right, man, you're right. You shouldn't be looking at league positions. It's who turns up on the day, and QPR tomorrow is going to be tough. I genuinely think that. But I do think we'll win. It's just going to be tough. I hope I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? I'd love us to score early, but I said that if we score early, we'll romp. And I thought that on Saturday. But look what happened. Let's have a look. Shark Ram says, honestly now, I think we are destined for the playoffs. We just cannot keep relying on other teams slipping up. And that's why I do want to touch on our 13 games and get everyone else's opinion on it, because for me at the minute the fan base seems split, and I don't mean like in different, you know, factions and arguing or all like that, because we've done that in the past as well. I just think a lot of people are very positive and think we can do it. I'm on that side, and this, even in the All Leeds TV camp, it's like this. Do you know what I mean? We are split, and a lot of people look at the form of Norwich and Sheffield United and the running and think, you know what, you know, playoffs, guys. Prior to the season starting, would you have took the playoffs? You probably would, right? Let's be honest, you probably would. Now, it'd be, for me, it would be gutting if we got the playoffs. I genuinely think that. It would be gutting if we got the playoffs. And I still fancy us for top two. Listen, I said we would win the league. Just I look at Norwich, and I look at their running, and how they blow teams away. If I was a Norwich fan and I looked at their fixtures and how well you've been playing, as a Norwich fan, you would fancy yourself to win the league. Obviously, I'm a Leeds fan. Listen, I was going to write down on here the 13 games. I actually wrote down and I started to write how many points I would think we would get from each game. And you know what I'm like? I started going 3, 3, 3. I was like, this is a fucking pointless exercise. Because I'm going to say we're going to win every game. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Barkers, we've already lost to QPR this season away. Yeah, we did. Will Hartley, I am back, son. Thank you. Jack Jennings says QPR deserve to beat West Brom, so it won't be easy. Yeah, that's a point. Where West Brom got a last-minute equaliser, right? For them people who were putting money on as well, wow. You know what I mean? 79p. That's amazing. I don't care if it's only 79p. I just thank you. Thank you so much. I'll get to them people. That's amazing that you're doing that, you know. That means a lot. Thank you. Let's have a look. Barker says, what have you done to the real Joe? It's going to be 5-0. Yeah, I'm just nervous, Barkers, honestly. You know, my mate comes and sees me. He's a Scum fan. But he says, you know, he laughs because every time he watches my Instagram stories or whatever, I've got us down for winning every game. And I said, yeah, well, what do you expect? Like, I'm a Leeds fan. I said we could be playing City and I'd see a route to winning the game. And you know, the lads in the group will tell you that. You know, I remember going on the Talking Shut podcast and Conor laughing at me and saying, man, Joe's been having us up, having us winning the league since October. But I think at the minute, listen, I still do think we will do it. You know what I mean? I'm positive. I'm just nervous. And there's only 13 games to go. 13 games is not a lot, right? Not a lot. And I do want to get to the fixtures, but people, I love reading your comments. So let me try catch up. Yeah, Joe Bennett says, one thing that I loved on Saturday was when the Bolton player tried picking up Alioski, KP and Janssen was straight in there defending him. Love it. Yeah, brilliant. They are a close-knit group. That's one thing you will say. Maybe that's why Bielsa likes it, a small squad. Renos says, got a feeling we'll bottle it. Yeah, Super LUFC. Remember when we played Stoke? They ran their bollocks off to beat Leeds. Guess what? They haven't won since. Why can't Stoke play like that every week? And it's the same for every other team. You've got a point. Jack Jennings says we're gonna blow it. This is what I'm saying. Everyone is split. Everyone is split. Some will say we're not getting top 2. We're getting the playoffs, and maybe you'd be happy with that. We just can't do playoffs. Listen, if you could give me, I'll tell you straight now. If you could guarantee me playoff final and winning at Wembley, I'd take it. Can you imagine? All us down there, Wembley, imagine. But I don't know, like, I just don't know. Like, I don't want the playoffs. Can you imagine, like, Borough, for example, in the playoffs and them shithousing us? Do you know what I mean? This is what I mean. Let's have a look. Barker says 100% Conor. Without Bielsa, we'd be a mid-table team. Well, last season showed you that. Let's have a look. Jack Gorthrops. Suck my foreskin, you Don. What? Derek Burgess said, would you take a draw tomorrow and win on Friday? Yes, I would. 100%. I was thinking that before. If you come away with a point away and win your home games, let's do it. I mean, we've got 6 home games left and 7 away. Listen, I'm not great at maths, but if we won every home game and got a point away from home, we'd be up, right? You would like to think so. So we shall see. Andrew Saxton says we've got our bench back. Yeah, and I mentioned that before about Roof being such a massive loss, but everyone else starts to come back now. You've only got really Clark and Forshaw, I believe. Douglas and Berardi and Dallas are all on the bench now. They're all going to be in the side tomorrow and on the bench, and then Forshaw's going to be back as well soon, and then Jack Clark as well. So we're almost at full strength. So yes, Roof is a massive loss. Do not get me wrong, but you know, we've got through worse is what I'll say. We've got through worse. Stephen Darcy says, let's be fair, we are all bricking it for every game. We are Leeds and expect the worst, but maybe we need to start believing. Yeah, that's the thing. Do you know what? That is the thing. And I was thinking this before. Every opposition fans, if you watch vlogs, you watch comments on our videos, Norwich fans, Leeds are going up. Bolton, even when you watch the blogs, Leeds are the best team in the league. Yeah? People say it, Leeds are going up. Everyone except us, and it's because of what we've been through, right? And we do brick it, yeah? We are shitting it. Listen, it is our time. It's our time. But it's got to be our time, right? Because I think even they had a conversation with Bielsa in the press conference, wasn't it, about where do you see yourself next season? And he said, I'll evaluate it at that time and see whether or not it's been a success. If it isn't a success, will he stay? Could he do another season? Don't know. Jury's out. But I wouldn't begrudge him. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't begrudge him. You know, he's an old man. He's getting on, you know. But a lot of teams, bar us, are all like, you know, they would all say we're going up. A lot will say that. I'm telling you that. But we as a fan base, you know, we just can be pessimistic. But I understand why. We have been through the shit. So you have a right to feel like that. You have a right to feel like that. Andrew Saxton says, Joel, go have a drop of scotch to calm your nerves. Mate, if I have a drink, you won't see me. We've already established that. Sam Johnson says, 4 points next 2 games. I'd snap your hands off, mate. I would. I was speaking to Conor before, and I know, and I sort of agree with him a little bit in the fact that, you know, Conor's said, you know, he just, let me just get the comment up. How do we beat West Brom? How do we beat West Brom? Because if they played the same way in which they did at the Hawthorns, which you'd think they would, they have the team to break us down. It all depends. How does Bielsa take that game on now? You know that he'll be looking at it diligently, but will he change his style? Will he just expect the boys to do better, not make as many mistakes and win the game? You know, they don't have Harvey Barnes, which is a big plus. But I don't know. Like, I have to agree with Conor. I genuinely don't know what will happen against West Brom. It's going to be a tough game. Barker says, bad idea, we won't see him for another month. Exactly, you know. Super LUFC infuriates him that teams aren't turning up, you know, like they are against Norwich. Let's have a look. Seems to be a Sheffield United fan in here. That's fine, just leave it, man. We'll talk to them. Really want to see Izzy Brown, 100%. I think if we'd have been more comfortable on Saturday, we probably would have seen him on. David Muir says 3-0 confident. Bamford 2 and Tyler Roberts. I hope you're right, mate. Jack Gorthorpe says, where do you think Sheffield United will finish? Probably 3rd, mate. Probably 3rd behind us. Cellar Dwellers says, I thought West Brom were crap versus Sheffield United. I thought Mason, do you know, I only watched the highlights. I thought Mason Holgate looked dangerous. He seemed to want to whip that ball in all the time, so we need to be vigilant against that. Let's have a look. Brown Hernandez clip Connor said, is that in regards to who you would play tomorrow? All things Leeds. Ed's giving 199, big shot. Is anyone going to beat that? Keep it coming in. Let's have a look. Barker says £2. Claudio's been outplayed. 199. Fair play. He's a good lad, he's Ed, to be fair. Tom Marshall. New West Stand upgrade at Ellen Road. I hope so, mate. I don't know. Has that been confirmed? I don't know. I've been at work today. I hope that's the case. Because to be fair, we do need to expand. Let's be honest, especially if we go to the Prem. Definitely. Let's have a look. Andrew Saxton says, Joe, what's your view on Casilla comment? He'd rather get Leeds up than his Champions League medals. Mate, as a squad player in a Real Madrid side that you don't really play that much, it probably doesn't mean that much to him. You might think I'm crazy, but let's have a look at Torres. I think when Torres was at Chelsea and he got a medal, I think he said something similar. Didn't really mean that much to him. It can't do. Surely as a bit part player, it's not as if he's looking at that Champions League medals and thinking, do you know what, I fucking won them, I was number one. You know, I remember that save against so and so and so and so. At least if he came here, he's doing a natural job, do you know what I mean? Listen, I'd give my fucking left bollock for a Champions League medal. But do you see what I'm saying? I can understand why he would say that. Listen, if he was number one, he probably wouldn't say it. And if he did, you'd call bullshit. Do you know what I mean? But let's be honest, he was third choice. Yeah, he played games, but do you know what I mean? And I can understand why he would say that, in all honesty. You would, right? Surely. Let's have a look. Matthew Smith says, QPR played... Is that the Matt Smith? Hey up, Matt. QPR play decent football. They have a few dangerous young players. We need to score early and go at them. QPR should have beat West Brom. I'd take the 1-0 win this week. It's fucking massive. Yeah, not only this week. Not only this week. Let's touch on the games. As I say, as always, massive preparation. Pen and paper. Old school. We've got 13 games to go. QPR tomorrow. After that, we have a run of 4 games that I believe are really tough. We've got Reading in there, which you would fancy yourself to win 3 points. But after that, after these next games will really tell us where we're going to be at. Okay? You know, West Bromwich Albion at home, Bristol City away, who were flying. I don't know if any of you have seen O'Dowda's goal the other day. It was fantastic, and he looked really, really dangerous, did O'Dowda. And I believe we were interested in him for a bit of time before we went for Dan James. And he looked really dangerous, and Bristol City looked really good. So, you know, that's going to be a tough game, especially away from home. You've then got Reading, who I fancy us to beat, obviously, and then Sheffield United at home. So them next 4 after QPR, it's going to give us a real, you know, look at where we're going to be at, you know, because by then, you know, you've only got, what's that, 8 games left. 8 games. So it's massive. It's massive. Where do you see yourselves, yeah? QPR. Win QPR. You see, it's pointless me even saying where we'll be at, because I'll fucking have him winning every game. But it is going to be a tough run, that. You know, West Brom, Bristol City, Reading away, which you've got to fancy, and then Sheffield United at home. What a game that's going to be as well. Early kickoff, I believe it is, 12:30. What a game that's going to be. So we'll see, but that's a really tough running for me. Even if you put QPR in that block, you know, 5 games, you know, 5 games. QPR away, West Brom at home, Bristol City away, Reading away, and Sheffield United at home. You would think you've got maybe 2 gimmies. You would say QPR and Reading, and then what do you take? You know what I mean? You've got to fancy beating. You've got to win your home games, right? You've got to look at West Brom and Sheffield United. We all West Brom won. We've got to beat West Brom, and then Sheffield United's a massive one. That game there, them block of games is really, really tough. And then after that, you know, for me, we've got a favourable run of fixtures. So, you know, after that, we then have Millwall at home, Birmingham away, Preston North End away, which isn't an easy game, don't get me wrong, but it's favourable in that. And then Sheff Wednesday at home. Sheff Wednesday always turn up. Could be a difficult game. And then Wigan at home. So and then the last 3 is Brentford, Villa, and Ipswich. But yeah, where do you, boys? Tell me where you see. Let's say we beat QPR tomorrow. You've then got West Brom, Bristol City, Reading, and Sheffield United. How many points can you see yourselves getting from that? Because West Brom's massive, Sheffield United's massive. But listen, West Brom, they got beat by Sheffield United, and I think we can do a similar job. I do hope so. Renos says we aren't getting top 2. Let's have a look. Yeah. Andrew is saying that because he'll be able to actually play a part in a team's success. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Evening Wainman. Evening Damar. Let's have a look. Ed stepping it up again with another 79p. What a legend. Yeah, I wish someone would take out Pookie, Andrew. Let's have a look. Super LUFC says, I don't think we've lost on a Tuesday or Wednesday this season. Really? I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. There's a lot of things going in our favour this season. We know that, you know what I mean? We've scored in every single away game. When we have gone in front, we've won every game. You asked Claudio at half time. We were talking to a fan of the channel. He loves the channel, to be fair, and he was saying that Clouds. Sorry, I'm just having a little joke to myself there. Yeah. So anyway, we was talking to a fan of the channel, and he said. He said he didn't think we would win the game, and I said, and Claudio, I'll tell you, I said we will win the game. We've scored first, nothing to worry about. Maybe a bit of arrogance, but I said, listen, Bolton aren't great. We will win the game. Yes, we got lucky with a goal. Who cares? We won the game. And if we score first tomorrow, we'll win the game. My opinion, And I believe that, because we're such a what's the word I'm looking for? We just go right for the full 90 minutes. So when people are chasing shadows, and we can continue to press, continue to have goals. I mean, even look at the Bolton game. The last 20 minutes, we peppered them, and it was all Leeds, and that's what we do. We go the full edge. So that's why it's we when we go in front, we tend to win the games. I'm rambling, but yeah, I think if we score first, we win, and that we win well. Let's have a look. Ed says, Joe, has someone reached up your arsehole and ripped the positivity and optimism right out of you? Mate, I'm just nervous, man. That's all it is. I'm just really, really nervous. Andrew Saxton, £4.49. Is that dollars? Legend. What a legend. Dr. Frost, the boy, he's back. He says, must win. Agreed. Irene Dedick says, all Leeds are we. Big game. Yes, definitely. All things Leeds. Read the super chats. I have, mate. A lot of people haven't actually said anything on them, though, right? There was only one person who said something. I believe it was Tom Marshall, when he said, new West Stand upgrade at Elland Road. There's no actually anything on your super chat said. Let's have a look. Joe, you pick on one of us and you pick on all of us 100%. Andy LUFC says, just hope we can hold on to Bielsa no matter what. As if we miss out on the playoffs and don't go up, there is a good chance he'll walk away seeing it as he's failed. Yeah, I agree with that as well, mate. And I think we'd be daft not to think that. I think he's done that good of a job at Leeds as well, that a lot of people will be interested in his services. Listen, they were interested before, and I'm not saying, he's like a new manager come to the scene, but he's done that good of a job that Prem will come sniffing. Niall Murray says, West Brom, Middlesbrough and Bristol City, all horrible places to go in the playoffs. Yeah, 100%. Jake Jervis says, come on, all Leeds TV, we're going up. Son, it is our time. Dilip says he hopes that Izzy Browns gets a shot tomorrow. Yes, 100%. We know it's going to be the same lineup. But let's have a look. Robert Court says he's been a Leeds United fan 48 years. This has to be our year. Someone up there loves us. We're going up. Stop being negative LUFC fans. Yes, my boy. Listen, if you look at this season, I've said to you before, in a highlight reel, it's going to be fucking unreal. Everything that's been thrown at us, that could be thrown at us, has been thrown at us. We've come out of it better. We've continued to do well when we've been shit. The rest of the teams have been shit and we've stayed up there. We've had goals in the 112th minute. We've come back. We've scored 2 goals in the 90th minute. We were 2-0 down at Villa and came back 3-2. We've had all these injuries. It is our time. But as a fan base, we're just nervous. I said to you earlier on in the video, if you ask opposition fans who will go up, a lot of them will say us. I guarantee you. When teams come to play us, a lot of them say we're playing the best team in the league. And they've played Norwich. So for me, at the minute, Norwich are fucking unreal. But a lot of fans say, look, we are the best team in the league. Obviously, we see it week in, week out, so we can see chinks in the armour and stuff. I get that. But I just think as a fan base, we are, because of how things have unfolded in the past. Even if you look as closely as the Monkey, when we had that absolute failure, you know what I mean? We were all... Listen, I bought my fucking hotel for playoff final that year. Do you know what I mean? I know Oscar did the same. So... we're used to shit going wrong. You were used to shit going wrong. But I just hope we are. It is our time anyway. Forget hope. It is our time. Claudio says, Gary, Andrew and Jake, legends. Yes, thank you so much, boys, for adding on the super chat. Ed, again, you're an absolute legend. Damar Facey says, in my eyes, if we get playoffs, it's a letdown. 100%. Dr. Frost says a draw, then we must beat West Brom. Yeah, again, but I would take 4 points from the next 2. If we got 6, it'd be unreal. we'll have to see. We will have to see, boys. You know, it's nervous times, man. But every game is like that, though, isn't it? At the minute, I think we can all agree that every game we go into now as Leeds fans, it is so nerve-wracking, because you just want to to come away and be happy that you've got 3 points, right? That's the thing. Let's have a look. I think Damar was touching on the Forest game. Sorry guys, you know I'm so behind on the chat. I always am, because I just chat for ages, so my apologies guys. I will catch up. Barker says I'm waiting for Babe Oscar to stream, then I'll go big with the donos. There seems to be Jack Jennings says, ATL, how much money are you giving? Oh, he's a legend, man. He's Ed. He's a fan of the channel. He says he wants his donations to go to Oscar, please. Fuck you. Let's have a look. The stars aligned. Yeah, Damar, you're right. The stars are aligned. We've got a Blades fan in there. Yes, ATL, you must be rich. Andrew Saxon said it's now or bust this year. We are going up. ATL donate £10. All things Leeds. Come on, Ed. Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, Barker says when there is a lot of non-Leeds fans in the chat, you know you're doing something right, 100%. And that's what I hope, man. Imagine we get up. Hopefully the channel will boom as well. Like, we get so much love from you guys, and I'm never, like, I'm honestly, like, so buzzing that, you know, the regulars, you know who you are. I read you out all the time. You know, Damar, you've got Ed. You know, you've got Barkers. Barkers is a legend, man. The guy makes me laugh. You know, Northallerton White's another one. Tom Marsh, Dr. Frost. Dr. Frost been there from the beginning, man. You know, I'm so grateful. We are so grateful, man. Honestly. We need to arrange an all Leeds TV promotion party when it happens. Honestly. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Or we'll all go around. We'll all come here, man. You can all come in fucking garage. There you go. Ed's give this to Oscar. No, mate. $4.99. Get up, son. That's going to the party in me garage. The All Leeds TV promotion party. No drink for Wainman, but, you know, you can fill your boots. Give this to Oscar for me. Oscar, if you're watching, Ed's giving you $4.99. He's hoping you're going to turn for tricks. Let's have a look. Yeah, Northallerton White, centenary year, we have to go up. Yeah, we forget about that as well. It's a centenary year. Do you know what I mean? It's our time. Last 13, I'm excited. Big time. Same here, Irene. Super LUFC, it wouldn't be Leeds if we ran away with it. Joe, mate, can you see the super chat? Mate, the super chat, when it just comes up, it just shows up red, like blue on my thing. I can see at the minute there I've got All Leeds TV. Sorry, All Things Leeds, give this to Oscar for me. Yeah, man, I can see the super chat. Getting on my case, Claudio, man. Fuck's sake. I seen there, I think it was Stephen Darcy says, what do you think to the new badge? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a massive fan, if I'm being totally honest, mate. I'd much prefer something like this. Going back to the old, just the Yorkshire Rose being the focal point. I get the shield, but I'd much prefer the Yorkshire Rose being the focal point for me. Yeah, but it's okay. At least it isn't that monstrosity that was the fucking Gaviscon badge. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Dilip Kednan says, Oscar, I live in London. If tomorrow's game was played on a Saturday, it would have been good to meet you all. I'm not Oscar, Dilip. I'm Joe. I thought you were a fan, Dilip, man. Claudio says it's only been put on today, lads, so don't know if you can see them. You'll get mentioned, or it has been. I can see them. I'm sure of it. Don't, man. Where's this super chat? Honestly. Niall Murray says, what's the thoughts on Click lately? I'd love to see Shaq's energy in there. Listen, I think at times, you know, that song of Clicks gets sung when he ain't even on the fecking ball or doing anything really great. I just think everyone loves the chant, and it is a mint chant. But I said it on Saturday, it just rung out, and there was no... I don't know, I just think... Let's wait till he scores a goals before we start banging it out, just my opinion. Barker says, I want Sheffield United to go up with us. I know we're rivals and all that. But the way West Ham put them over, they never recovered. Would be nice to see two Yorkshire sides back in the Prem. Yeah, 100%. Listen, if I could guarantee that we would go up, yeah, then definite. Let's have a look. Demar Facey says, where does the money go? Into your pocket? No, man, it helps us create better content for you guys, doesn't it? So get your money out, Demar. I'm only joking. Listen, I'm not begging for money. Listen, we do it because we love to do it. To be honest, I'm shocked that we have tonight. I'm genuinely shocked. So for them that have, thank you so much. I know Ed would like us to get fecking a microphone or something. I know he likes that sort of stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah, so to be fair, I'm now on the bloody Kiko chat. I'm so far behind. I do apologise. Jake Jervis says Fat Frank's derby lost against Forest. Get in. Yeah, 100%. It makes you laugh, doesn't it? That he was genuinely linked to the Chelsea job. Don't understand that at all. And what a washout that was as well yesterday as well. I was in bed, rough, thinking, oh, I'll watch the good games. You know what I mean? Super Sunday. And they were absolutely garbage, weren't they? Let's have a look. Frank Lampard, just a managerial hype job. Yes, definite. Let's have a look. Demar Facey says, Joe, if we win the championship, shave your head off, mate. I'll do that all day. I've already said I'm going to get a tattoo with Bielsa. Not him, but I'm going to get a loco, definitely. Dr. Frost says we won't beat West Brom. Not like Dr. Frost to be pessimistic, is it? Ewan Hallows asking some crazy stuff. So yeah, 11 points in the next 5. I would take that. Shark Ram says 3 points from West Brom, Bristol City and Sheffield United. Yeah, Tim Williams says, hi Joe, I pointed out at Christmas, look at our last 8 games. I think we'll finish first. Look at our run started last year. I mean, yeah, I've said, look, the next 5, QPR, West Brom, Bristol City, Reading, Sheffield United, let's see where we're at after that. But even if we are, it depends on what the other teams do, but we've then got favourable fixtures for me. Millwall, Birmingham, Preston, Sheff Wednesday, Wigan, Brentford, Villa and Ipswich. They're favourable, very favourable. What's this, Ed? Andrew says, Claudio, when are you going to show your face? Yeah, we need to get him on, don't we? He'll have to come to mine. All Things Leeds says, I like to think Claudio's that wild bastard in the vlogs. I think he's on about Jack. He's a bit mental, isn't he? Claudio says he'll face reveal when he streaks on the last day of the season. Demar Facey says, who remembers Paddy Kenny? I remember Paddy Kenny. Paddy Kenny's from Halifax and lived like 2 minutes. Well, his mum and dad still live two minutes away from my mum. He grew up, really, do you know what I mean, with Paddy. Yeah, he got banned from Halifax for a period of time by Warnock when they were in the Prem because he was always fighting and stuff. Yeah, I used to see him a lot, actually, to be fair. But yeah, he was an absolute washout when he was at Leeds, wasn't he? So you remember that picture when he came back from pre-season, how big he was? Yeah, Ed says I'm about 20 minutes behind. I know, I apologise. I'll try catch up now. It's Toby says, I think Bamford will turn it on this next run of games. He showed confidence in taking the ball for the penalty. Fingers crossed. Yeah, he was the right man to take the pen as well. I think Roberts was a bit daft to think that Paddy wasn't going to take it, in all honesty. And I liked Luke Ayling running over and saying, listen, come away, Tyler. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to catch up now. Yeah, Super LUFC says, I've loved this season. I remember when we had Michael Brown running around the pitch. Exactly. Haslong says, do you think Dan James is still on? It'll be ashamed. I don't know, is my opinion. I think we might not go back in if we get the Prem, in all honesty. We might need better. But then again, his deal's up, so we might get him on the dirt cheap, and he is a prospect. I don't know. Let's have a look. Billy Slater, best pub to drink in before the game on a Friday night. Peacock, mate, for me all day. Get you sent at Peacock. All things Leeds. Give us $4.99, which I already know. I am quite far behind. Ewan Hallows keeps asking if anyone will die at the QPR versus Leeds game. Don't know why you keep asking that, dude. Was that the Chef United fan? I'm not sure. Yeah, Stephen Hoy's been here from the start. It's all love. Yes, you have, mate. Andrew Saxton, I finished a 12-hour night. I was about to go to bed. Instead, you watch me. That's dedication, son. And I'm grateful for that. Let's have a look. Jack Gorthrop says he loves me. I love you too, mate. Stephen Darcy says, Garage Rave, 100%. Let's do it. Head says, Armley Prison, not that far. Let's have a look. Damar Facey says, will they allow parties in the cells? There we go. Let's have a look. Nah, man. See, Ed says, how about we win promotion in our centenary season rather than getting slapped every week? I don't think we'll get slapped, honestly. Especially not with Bielsa at the helm. We ain't a yo-yo club. We ain't a yo-yo club. We're Leeds United. We go up, we're staying up. Believe me. We consolidate, and then next season we'll be fucking fighting for Europe. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you as well. I'm not bullshitting. We are Leeds United. We know yo-yo club, man. Not a chance. Blaze Dragon said, is it me or do you feel really, really nervous about tomorrow? 100%. Andrew Alexander says, Alioski or Douglas at left back. So I thought about this earlier. I think we might see second half, depending on how Harrison's playing, Alioski go left wing and Douglas come left back. I think that, if I'm honest, is Bielsa's preferred position. So there you go. Ryan Standell says, you're doing a post-match? Yes, mate, 100%. Tim Williams says, Forshaw's due back in the next couple of weeks. Also, Douglas and Brady on the bench. Will we see Alioski push up? It is a genuine... we could. I like Alioski at left back, but if you've got a Douglas that's going to be on song, then you play Douglas there all day. And I think... yeah, I think we might see that second half like we did against Norwich, but it went tits up, didn't we? And Douglas was really bad against Norwich. Really bad against Norwich. Yeah, Super earlier says get yourself a microphone. One of us already has, man. Have you seen Conor with his mic? He's the man. Yeah, Barker says you fall behind when you don't come for a few weeks. I am really sorry about that as well, guys. Let's have a look. Alexander Keats says I look like Timu Pookie. Okay. Oh, don't, Ed. Ed says we're going to finish third on goal difference and losing playoff final to Preston. Let's have a look. Derek Burgess said it's funny we are worried by QPR. Next year you can really worry about Liverpool and City. Oh man, imagine. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. This is what I mean. It is our time. I cannot wait for scum at home. I cannot wait for Pogba being in that corner and me just giving him loads. I can't wait, man. I'm telling you. Fucking Pogba. I can't wait. Paddy Kenny's having a party. Bring your vodka and your Charlie. Next 3 Wainman. Results from Conor. Next 3. What do I think? QPR win 2-1. West Brom. I don't know where West Brom. 3-1 Leeds. Bristol City 2-1 Leeds. 6 points. There you had it. Oh, we've had another super chat come in from J Army. He doesn't say anything though. Let's have a look. Yeah, Lewis says, as shit as it would be if we bottled it, what a season we'd have to remember. But we're not going to bottle it. No, 100% we're not going to bottle it. J Army, let me know if you have put anything in that comment to know whether or not I'm getting the super chats or not. Because I can see it and it's just saying J Army 4.99. If you've actually added a comment and I'm missing it, let me know. But I know when Ed did it, I could see it. But thank you so much, J Army, absolute legend. Barker says we won't be battered, but fighting for Europe. Steady on, Mr. Wainman. That's definitely not tea in that mug. It's fresh orange. Look, I'll end up spilling it. It's fresh orange, man. Hey, but no, I don't mean, you know, we'll consolidate and then Europe. And not like Champions League, just Europa League, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right, Conor. It does, right? How mad's that, Conor? Conor's just commented and said, thank you so much for putting that in. And it is, that's crazy. I cannot believe I've just seen money start coming through. That's mental. Like, mental. And you don't know how much that means, man. So thank you so much. And you can almost guarantee that we're that tight bastards that we'll be doing live streams every night now. So we can get more cash. I'm only joking. My baby needs nappies. Anyone for a live stream? I need $4.99. No, I'm only joking, guys. Honestly, thank you so much. It means so much. I'm shocked. Like I'm a little bit speechless. Yeah. Conor knows, man. Conor, man, you need some new shoes for work, right? Fuck. Hey, man. Honestly, guys, it's crazy. I genuinely am. I'm speechless. Bleed Lead says hello, mate. Thank you. Ed says Conor's dildo. Are you on about his mic, aye? Yeah, Ed says, not even a Bolton post match from George. He was too busy getting wild in Stone Roses bar in York. I woke up in the morning and deleted that. I deleted that story. Oh my God. Not good. Apologies. Demar Facey says, scum at home, first game of the season. Yes, 100%. Can you imagine? Unreal. We've had another, I don't know. Super LUFC, let's go fucking loco, let's go fucking loco, na Leeds, na Leeds, let's go fucking loco, let's go fucking loco, na Leeds. Mate, for $4.99 that deserves a chant. Well done, thank you. Let's have a look. Oh wow, yeah, I went to that. I remember that game as well. Ed says Pogba made his first team debut for Man United at Ellen Road in that 3-0 loss in the League Cup. I remember that because they played Giggs played as well, right? Because they played a strong side. It was the first time we played them after obviously January the 3rd. Yeah, man. Connor's shouting out. Obviously, Ed means so much. 100%. Tommy First says, hope all is well. What would you think about Wilkes being recalled? Unlikely, I know, but 11 goals for Doncaster this season and looks good. Could do a better shift than Harrison, in my opinion. Now, there's levels to it, isn't there, mate? There's levels to this game. I'm not saying in the future he might be better than Harrison, but if we go to the Prem Do you see Wilkes staying and going out and like, I don't know. Yeah, he's doing a good job for Doncaster. I don't see him being a first teamer moving forward, in all honesty. You guys might disagree. J Army says it's fine, mate. Love the channel. Thank you. Ed says, Conor, you're not getting any of that money. It's all for Oscar. Ed, yeah, it's smooth, mate. It's smooth. Smooth orange. Don't like the one with bits in. Bleed Lead says 4-0 tomorrow. Trust me, I hope you're right. Let's have a look. Sharp Ram says, get to playoffs and lose to Borough in the final. Ayala gets the winner. Imagine. Andrew Saxton says, Conor is loaded. He was drinking $10 beers in Sydney. Let's have a look. Sam Burned Out says, good luck tomorrow, Leeds. Have fun battering us. That's from a QPR fan. Thanks for getting involved, Sam. Sam Bernard out or Sam Bernard out. Thanks. Oh, sorry guys. My battery is running out. Yeah, Sam Bernard out says, good luck tomorrow, Leeds. Have fun battering us. That's the mad thing, isn't it? That a lot of opposing teams, and I said this to you before, come to the games and expect to get battered by Leeds because they all think we are one of, if not the best team in the league. And it is crazy. But us as Leeds fans, it is what it is. We are worried about tomorrow, and rightly so. Oh, we've had a £5 come in. Barker's getting it out. Go on then, Joe. But let's have, it's our fucking time. It's our time, son. For £5 you can have. I feel like a bit like a prosy. I'm pimping myself out. What more do you want? Do you know what I mean? Start taking me kit off and that. I'm only joking. Don't want to see that. You'll want your money back. Let's have a look. J Army has just put another $4.99 in as well. Absolute legend. Oh my god. I can't believe this. There we go. I think. See, when you put that one, you don't get to the top, Ed. You don't get to the top with a measly $1.99, son. I'm only joking. Damar Facey says QPR a wank. Super LUFC says, put that towards your new microphone, Joe. I think I may have to get a microphone. Conor, let me know how much your microphone was, because the boys are paying for it, man. So I'm going to have to get one. All Things Lead says, Wilkes just needs to focus on spending more time on the football pitch than in a courtroom. Harsh. Stephen Hoy says, keep them super chats coming. Oscar needs more cough medicine for that smoker's cough. No, Oscar doesn't smoke, mate. Believe me, Oscar's a good boy. I'm telling you. And one more time for Barkers. It's our fucking time. He knows. The Cashman says, it will be hard. It will be dog eat dog, but we will be the top dogs and go up. I hope you're right, mate. 100%. Freddie O'Neill says, we need to see a good performance tomorrow night, even if we win. Even if we win, it has to be convincing. Do you know what I thought about this? And I touched on this in my like when I was thinking about the Bolton game. The performance wasn't great, but we won, and that's what matters. And for me, if we won every game like that, I could not care. Could not care less. As long as we go up. Doesn't matter how it happens. Nerves might be shot to shit, but honestly, it just doesn't matter how it happens for me, as long as we win. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I couldn't care. We just want to win, right? It's our time. We just want to go up 100%. Let's have a look. Stream froze. Yeah, sorry. When my battery comes up and says it does freeze, my apologies. I'll make sure I keep my eye on it. Freddie O'Neill says we were a mid-table side against Bolton. But listen, one thing, and I touched on it earlier. My friends who are Borough season ticket holders are saying it were one of the best performances, if not the best performance that Borough have had all season at the Riverside. And we came away with a point. Bolton fans, Conor said it in his post-match. Bolton fans said it were the best they'd played all season, or for a very long time, and we came away with a win. So even for us, these performances aren't great, but they're against teams that are pulling it out of the bag against us, and we're still getting points. We're still getting points. J Army with a $4.99, thank you so much. All Things Leeds says, get the charger. I've got one in here, look, so I'll show you if I can put it on charge. I don't mind staying, mate, it's been a while. If you want me to stay, I'll stay. Let me see if I can get my charger in. We did it on the old, oh shit, you can see me gas thing. Sorry. Oh man, I've messed it up now. Oh no! Sorry. Oh, this is piss poor, Joe. What are you doing? Right, you're just going to have to deal with that. You've got my bloody gas and lecky thing in the top corner. Let me sort it out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh! I shouldn't have fucked about with it. Joe, you absolute cockhead. Oh. Guys, it'll have to just be like that. I'm sorry, does it look knackered or not? Is it still alright, everyone? Or is it not? It looks to have gone a little bit dark. Is it okay or not? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments, because it looks to have gone a bit dark. And if you can see up there, that's like my fuse box in my garage. It's all good, yeah? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Shouldn't have left it, but it's Ed's fault for getting me all giddy and saying stay for a little bit longer. But nah, it's all okay. Cool. Sorry, my bad. There you go. Damar Facey says donation £80. It hasn't come through yet. Yeah, whatever, son. Barker says, do I get a nude for 50? Mate, listen, if we go up and I'll fucking... No, I'm not doing it in the buff. What am I talking about? Stephen Darcy says, do you have enough for 15 pints now? Mate, I don't drink, man. Keep telling you. Miles here says, do you wish Leeds were still in the FA Cup? Nah, I couldn't care, mate. Honestly, I couldn't care. Wow, $9.99! $9.99! What's going on? Jake Jarvis says, buy your sens a pint, lads. You deserve it. Running all Leeds TV. Great channel, great content. We will meet up for a pint one day. That is amazing, mate. I've screenshotted that. You know, just to know that, listen, I'm not saying, like, oh, give me money and it may, but to know that people are that happy with what we do, like, it means loads to us, because listen, we're only doing it because we love the club, right? We love the club, and we love you guys, you know, as well, and to just be able to do it on this platform. Listen, I'd have done this years ago if I genuinely thought that people would have been interested in it, you know what I mean? Because I just love speaking about football, but also about my club as well, and it's just amazing, and it's amazing. I'm genuinely, like, taken aback, genuinely. And if this helps us get bigger, then that's great as well, guys, because it just means better content for you, and it means so much that you don't understand. Jake, what an absolute legend. Everyone else who's donated, listen, them that haven't donated, we don't care. It's not about that. That's what I want to stress. That's not what it's been on for. Just so, like, honestly, you absolute legends. Maybe I can get a coat that'll fit us now. Do you know what I mean? Jake, you can, because of that now, I might even get it stitched on. Do you know what I mean? So it fits us a little bit better. You've done that, son. Thank you. Let's have a look. Super LUFC. Remember when we had that 7-game win streak? We didn't play well for a lot of those games, but we ground out wins. I don't care how we do it as long as we win. 100%. Siraj Aziz says we need to get back to the steady defence we had at the beginning of the season and stop conceding goals. Maybe Berardi needs to come in. Yeah, there's a case for that. I know Oscar and I think Conor as well have said, you know, maybe 3 at the back will work. I know Oscar's really, really good at tactics and analysing the game in that way. We all bring a different aspect. Conor's really good as well. And he's always thinking of new ways. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend, you know, I couldn't do all that fucking, you know, on the old day, what they do on the Sky Sports with all them tactician boards and all that sort of shit. But they talk really well about it as well. And you know, there is a case for that 3 at the back. Would you be happy with that? I certainly would. Do you know what I mean? Pontus, Cooper and Berardi, and then wing backs Douglas and Alien. That back 5 there would be epic. If everyone was on form, it would be epic. So there is a case for that. Jake Jervis's times, you know, what happens is when it's one of them tweets, one of them sponsors, when it comes up and then it has a time limit and then it goes off. So he's just about to go off. But Jake, thank you so much for that. Absolutely unreal, mate. Thank you so much. Stephen Hoy says he'll take 2-1 tomorrow. We're good in every game, but just not clinical enough at times. Hopefully Bamford can hit a bit of form soon. Yeah, 100%, I agree. Barker says, as long as we win, it doesn't matter how we win. Heads call me an idiot. Andrew Saxon, this is fucking gold. Stephen Hoy says, relax, it's all good. Yeah, I just worry, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be shit for you, that's all. I was trying to sort it out, Barker, so that we could keep the stream on. But ideally, I didn't want you to have that fucking thing in the corner there. What is it? A fuse box or something? Man, I cover it, man. Don't need to try to cover it with one of my photos. The legend that is, with his head down. I don't know if I could cover it. Do you reckon I could? I don't know. I might start a fire, like, but it might work. Here, I've covered it. Can see that dropping though and smashing. Let's take it down, eh? Sorry, it's supposed to be about Leeds United and I'm redecorating my prison cell. I do apologise. So there we go. Super LUFC. I watched Norwich versus Bolton. They didn't play like that against Norwich. Everyone needs to realise teams aren't turning up to beat Norwich like they are Leeds. 100%. Listen, Norwich are not a big team, are they? Let's be honest. They're just not a big team. We are the team in the Championship for me. I would say that I'm a Leeds fan. There is other big teams in the league. Sheff Wednesday are a massive team. Villa are a massive team. West Brom are a big team. Forest are a massive club. Derby are a big team. But for me, none of them are as big as Leeds United. But that's, I'm always going to say that, right? You might get a bit of a more sort of educated argument of someone like Conor, for example, who might break it down a little bit more and look at it from a different angle. But for me, we are the biggest team in the division, and Norwich are certainly not that. So I can get why teams want to come to Welland Road, for example, and say, you know what, we're going to turn these over. So we'll see. Super LUFC, Jake's making us all look bad. Conor says, all helps to the running of what we do, Jake. Thank you so much. 100%. And, you know, you might see Wainman with a mic next time around. To be fair, I didn't think... But Conor's videos, since that, it works really well. It does work really well. It's quality. Really quality. To my facey. J Army again. Thank you so much, mate. Super LUFC says, hey, we donate, we get more live streams. Win-win situations. Berardi needs to snap Gale. Barker says, Joe, are you, Conor and Oscar ever going to do a pre-match together like at QPR at home? Yeah, it was good that, wasn't it, when we did that and we met before the game. It was really, really good. And we'd love to do more of it. It's just we live at opposite ends of the country. To be honest, we have to 100% meet to do a live stream whilst watching a game. It's something that we all want to do, and I know you guys as all these TV faithful would love to do it. Obviously, you'd want to watch the game as well, but to have that as an option, as a offset, or even some of them guys that can't get a stream or watch the game, they might enjoy watching us watching the game, you know. So 100% before this season's out, we will definitely do it. You know what I mean? The boys can come to my house. It's no bother whatsoever. They know that. It's just I live in Sunderland. It is definitely an option though. Something we 100% will do. We have to do it. And if Conor's watching, I think he is, and Oscar's watching. I don't know if Oscar is. But we have to do it. It's a must. Because it'd be class. I genuinely think it'll be class. Let's have a look. See what else is everyone's saying. All these Ganji stuff. All things Leeds turn the power off. Let's have a look. Yeah, Barker says the only two that compete with Leeds are Villa and Forest. Sean Thompson says, good to see you, Joe. Same to you, mate. Dilip Kennan, great video. Lewis says, start doing fan interviews outside the stadium. See, we don't want to do that, mate. Listen, I think sometimes, you know, like, let's say, for example, I'd have made a right tit of myself going on pissed. If I'd have been pissed and done a video, I'd have made a right tit of myself. And we've seen it done before at other clubs, and it becomes a bit of a parody. Look at Arsenal Fan TV. I bet I used to tune in to watch that when they got beat. Yeah, it brings you numbers and all that sort of stuff, but you want to be respected as well. You know, I want to be. I don't want to get abuse. Like, look at the Borough Fan. Look at the Borough Fan TV. Look at that, and some of the stuff they say on there is purely just bullshit. Do you know what I mean? That lad, James, who came on and said, oh, them Leeds fans, they were quiet. Mate, come on. You had your biggest attendance of the season. We had, what, like 2,500 there. And we were loud all the way throughout. And we don't need a fucking drum to build an atmosphere. But you want to come out after the game and say, all this song we're marching on together, they were quiet and all that. We didn't even hear them. That's bullshit. Bullshit. So that's why we don't do it. I mean, someone could have success and someone could do it, but not for us. I think it works. It works how it is. I don't know what you guys think, but we shall see. Yeah, Derby have lost. A few coming through. The Marfaces says fan cams. All Things Leeds said he'd be up for doing fan cams for the channel. Just need someone to hold the camera. Yeah, the Marfaces said be looking like them crackpots. Freddie O'Neill's give his team. The team has already been pronounced. Callum Wall says, Joe, will you meet me at the Real Madrid game in the next 2 years in the Champions League? My next door neighbour is Jack Clark in York, and I think we should look into getting Grealish from Villa. If you know Jack Clark, have a word with him, mate. See if we can get him on channel. Yeah, Conor, absolutely quality. Do this for the love of Leeds, not for the love of reaction. Sorry. I gave him a big shout out for this mint quote and I couldn't even fucking pronounce it. Do this for the love of Leeds, not the love for a reaction. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Because we could go on and make outlandish claims. I mean, some will watch me and say I'm outlandish when I say we'll win all the time. But, you know what I mean? If there was the people outside the stadium, you know, I have friends who come up to me at away games and that are from my hometown, and they've said to me, why are you doing it? Not really into that sort of stuff. You know, it's just for people who are like drunk or whatever, to air views that and say things they probably wouldn't normally say when straight-headed and make crazy claims. And that's why we don't want to do that, because we don't want to be labelled as that. You know, we're just a small team who will have a different variance of views. And it works, man. It's worked. And you guys watching me tonight, 150, 140, shows that. It's getting late, man. time is it? Bloody hell, it's fucking nearly 10:30. Do you know what I mean? And we're just sat talking, man. It's class. It's just unreal, man. So it works, man. Yeah, Barker's Conor. That's why this channel is different. 3 lads with decent head, no egos, 100%. And there isn't. We get along, man. You know, we have fallouts in terms of, do we agree, disagree on the same point? But that happens, right? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, though. There you go. Perry Gaffney says, Joe, suspect Marcelo Bielsa can't afford Izzy whilst Bamford's up front, as he doesn't work hard enough when we don't have the ball, and I haven't seen Izzy work at the pace MB likes in the under-23s. That could be a point, mate. Callum Wolf says, okay, I will do my dad's best mates with his dad. Get it sorted, Callum. Let's have a look. Yeah, Bleed League says, all leads are way. Who should we get in the summer? Love the live streams. Keep it up. I don't know. I think, you know, the mad thing is, I forget who I was talking to now on the weekend, but they were on about, you know, teams that get promoted and throw money at it. If you look at Fulham, for example, they just throw money at it. Brought in some decent players, Schürrle, you know, all that sort of stuff. But I think with Bielsa, if we did go up, it'd be done in the right way, and I have every faith that it'll be done in the right way. J Army says, do a vlogs of going to the games, Joe. I couldn't do it, mate. I couldn't stand in a stadium with all that sort of stuff. Honestly, I couldn't. I've tried. But I just couldn't get away with it, man. I couldn't get away with it. Ed says, I love how all 3 of you have different mindset. Joe thinks we're already in the fucking Prem. Connor's not confident, and Oscar as well. Oscar. That's quality. That should be the tagline of the channel. Joe thinks we're already in the Prem. Connor's not confident, ever. And Oscar as well. Oscar? I like it, man. Ewan Hallows says, Joe, please read. Want to clarify something, pal. I'm a Sheffield United fan, but love watching your videos. You're a top bloke, and I love your beanie. Love you. Cheers, Ewan. To be fair, I think, I don't know if that's Ewan, but someone has commented on my video before from a Sheffield United fan saying, you know, he likes watching our stuff and he wishes they had something similar at their club. So I don't know if that is Ewan. But listen, thank you, man. Thank you. Rangers says, it's only 5:30 here in New York. Keep talking. Love it. Leeds fans over in America. We are everywhere. Louis says, you have 50 million in the summer, what do you want? Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know, genuinely. I don't know which positions I'd go after either. Yeah, all things Leeds, Ed says, if all 3 of you had the same opinions, the channel would be boring, 100%. Who do you think will go up this season, pal? Love the streams. And that's from CE_13 Gaming. Leeds and Norwich, mate. Definitely Leeds and Norwich. Diego Telos says, marching on together from Cordoba, Argentina. Hola. Is that hola? Yeah. Claudio, it wouldn't suit all Leeds TV anyway. You wouldn't get Wainman saying, hi guys, welcome to this match day vlog. You just can't see it. No, 100%, mate. You can't. You're right. And I'm a Wainman. You know, I've seen Conor at the games as well, and Claudio's seen me at the games. It can get a bit naughty in terms of the language that's used. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It'd make for great viewing. Siraj Aziz says, we need to retain the ball better, and I think Harrison let us down in this area, and his overall offensive play isn't normally great. I do like Harrison of late, but I know Conor touched on it before. I think it was his post-match that I watched, and he touched briefly on the games coming up and the left-hand side of Alioski and Harrison. And, you know, Harrison's doing okay, but that's what it is. That left side is okay. And do you need better than that? And I think if Douglas is fit, I do think that Douglas goes in at left-back and Alioski gets pushed further forward. We've seen it against Norwich when he was given the opportunity at half-time and Harrison wasn't playing great. And I think we might see it again as well on tomorrow. And if it worked, or if Douglas remained fit, I think we'll see that come Friday. And it might be harsh on Harrison. You might think it's harsh, but I can understand why. Let's have a look. Bleed Leeds says, I live in Southampton and I get terrorised at school and I can't wait to see Southampton in the Championship. Yeah, they have Mark Hughes to thank for that, because I can't stand that manager. I think he's absolutely garbage, and every team he takes on, they go backwards eventually. Just absolute shite. Conor says, guys, you're missing the dark horse in Claudio, most controversial of us all. Yeah, we need to get... We need to get Claudio on some video somehow, don't we? Definitely. Super LUFC says, Leeds United have been crying out for a channel like this. I don't really like watching all the little kid Leeds vloggers. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think vloggers quite saturated market. There's loads of them. Now there's podcasts. There's a lot of them. I really like the podcasts. I listen to as many as possible because I just like to listen to everyone's views. But it is a bit saturated now. We're doing a good job, man. I really like this stuff. Let's have a look. David Brooks must win tomorrow, 100%. It seems to be more importantly though, why is Conor sub to Jesse Lingard? Yeah, Barker says, one thing I would say, Joe, is please don't expand the team if you go up. It's a winning formula at the moment. You, Conor, and Oscar. Maybe get Claudio, but I love this channel. No, 100%, and it's something we've said before as well, mate. You know, we've spoken and maybe we throw ideas about in the group chat and stuff, but the core will always remain the same, believe me. And Tasha, don't forget Tash. You know, I don't see a lot of Tash because, you know, she doesn't show the face and all that sort of stuff, but Tasha does all our fan videos. She was the one that dreamt it up. She was the one that brought us all together. So, you know, you can't forget that. Obviously, you guys see me, Oscar and Conor. And you know, Claudio from the group chat and stuff, and he does a lot of our social media stuff. But Tash as well. Tash does all the fan videos, which, to be fair, the fan videos absolutely bang. You know, there's a Millwall video that we did, that Tash did, and it's still going now. You know, it's class. Let's have a look. Tom Allen, Joe, playoff final, fully fit squad, what's your starting 11? Mate, we don't need to worry about that, we're going up. Damarface says, all Leeds TV is the most underrated fan channel on YouTube. Opinions on Sheffield United. Joe, to go to bed, you've got school in the morning. I wish I had school, mate, bloody hell. Ed says, I'm on this channel, go back about 8 months and go give support on the video, guys. Yeah, Ed did some stuff as well before. Sean Thompson says, Dallas is looking good. Impressed me when he came on. What are your thoughts, Joe? Listen, I'm just glad that we're getting some more bodies in and around there. 100%. Barker says, not underrated, just a small but expanding audience. 100%. Guillaume Albertini says, hey Joe, when are you going to rip into your borough mate again? Make him eat some of the stuff he said. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing that again if you're referring to AJT. It didn't go really well, but you know, there was some stuff in there that got said that I would like to go back to. You know, just to say, I remember when he had the go at Roof and that, and said who's Roof, and Roof's had an amazing season, and he also said they were getting Wag on, and that didn't happen. But anyway, that's that. Jake Weston says, who do you think will go up to the Prem? Obviously the mighty Leeds United and Norwich. But there we go. The chat seems to be drying up. It's very, very late. It's almost 11:15. I have work in the morning. No doubt a lot of you have school. A lot of you have work yourself. So thank you for tuning in, as per. Thank you for showing the love. It's been absolutely amazing tonight. I love doing this. So there you go. Yeah, look, Barkers is up for work. Damarface says the chat's drier than the Sahara. But no, honestly, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As per, it's been an absolute pleasure. I know Conor's been involved. You know, Conor, Claudio, Oscar, the whole team, Tash. All want to thank you so much. For those that have donated, that's amazing. Didn't imagine it would happen. Thanks. I'm so sorry I haven't done it for 3 weeks. Hence why I've been on so long. Absolutely missed it. Won't miss again. I promise you, unless something bad happens. God forbid it doesn't. But honestly, thank you so much. And I'll see you. Obviously, Conor and Oscar will do a pre-match tomorrow. I've touched on it briefly tonight. But make sure tomorrow you show the love. Conor and Oscar will be doing their pre-matches. Maybe one of them will drop tonight. Who knows? There's 120 live people watching. Stay tuned. Conor or Oscar, drop your video now and you'll have 120 views within the first fucking minute. Stay tuned, guys, so make sure you put that on. Make sure you hit the like button. Conor's favourite word. No, but thank you so much. And like I say, watch out for Conor and Oscar's pre-match. And then tomorrow night, straight after the game, you will have post-matches from all three of us. I don't think, I know I'm not, I'm working, but I'll be finishing early to come back and watch the game. But I'm not travelling to the game. I don't know if any of the other boys are, so you'll probably get an immediate response. And hopefully it will be a comfortable win for Leeds. Hopefully. Something tells me it won't, but fingers crossed it is. You know, we always just want to win and win well. But there we go. There we go. Yeah. So thank you. I'm off, guys, now. Peace out and all that jazz. Speak to you soon, and I will see you tomorrow